Stop chasing love. Become magnetic to your dream partner. The DM that sparked this conversation, I recently received a DM from a woman who said, Kiana, I don't get it. I've been doing the work, trying to stay in my feminine energy, manifesting love, and even putting myself out there. But no matter what I do, I keep attracting the wrong men, emotionally unavailable men, or no men at all. Meanwhile, I see other women being effortlessly adored, spoiled, and cherished by high-value men. What am I doing wrong? Why isn't it happening for me? She told me she was tired of the endless cycle, excited about a new connection one minute, disappointed the next, tired of the dating apps, the ghosting, the inconsistency, and she's not alone. I see this all the time. Women who are chasing love but not attracting it. Women who are trying to be feminine but still feel like they have to work for a man's attention. Women who are convinced they're doing the right things but somehow love keeps slipping through their fingers. So today we're going to talk about the real reason why love isn't sticking for you and how to shift into the energy of a woman who naturally attracts devotion, consistency, and commitment without chasing it. You see, the thing that so many people don't realize about love is that it is not something you find. It is something you allow. It is something you align with. Because every time you say, where is he? Why isn't love here yet? You are activating the vibration of absence. You are looking around and noticing that love is not here, and that noticing is keeping you in a state of resistance. Let's talk about energy. So the question isn't, where is my partner? The question is, am I a vibrational match to love right now? When you feel whole, complete, joyful, and aligned, you are a vibrational match to love. And love flows to you effortlessly. But when you are searching, seeking, longing, or doubting, you are in the vibration of not having it. And that is what continues to manifest. We want you to understand something. The version of you who is in a loving, committed, joyful relationship already exists in the vibrational realm. Your only job is to become the version of you who is already experiencing that love. When you shift your state, when you normalize love, when you live in the frequency of being adored, and when you walk through the world like a woman who is already chosen, then love must come. It cannot not come. The law of attraction says that what you are being is what you are attracting. So stop chasing. Stop looking for love like it is missing. Instead, become the love. Radiate love. Expect love. And love will meet you there. I told her to become the love. How to become the love. You seek, you do not attract love. You do not manifest love. You become love, and love has no choice but to mirror you. Most women are out here searching for love, hoping that when they finally find it, it will make them feel whole. But love is not outside of you. It is something you cultivate, something you embody, something you live in long before a man ever shows up. So, how do you become the love instead of searching for it? Step 1, stop looking for love to complete you. A woman who is love does not feel like something is missing. She does not feel like she is half of a whole waiting for someone to fill the other half. Because the truth is, love is not something another person gives you. It is something you are already made of. If you feel empty, a man will never be able to fill you. If you feel unworthy, no amount of love from another will ever be enough. If you do not see yourself as lovable, no relationship will ever convince you that you are. A woman who is love feels whole before anyone arrives. How does she embody this? She doesn't need external validation to feel beautiful, worthy, or wanted. She doesn't see love as something she has to get. She sees it as something she already has. She moves through life with an energy of self-acceptance and deep inner peace. Embodiment shift. Instead of waiting to feel loved, ask yourself, if I already had the relationship I desire, how would I feel today? Then start living in that energy now. Step 2. Normalize being treated like the prize. A woman who is loved does not tolerate breadcrumbs, inconsistency, or men who aren't sure about her. Because she knows her value. When you embody love, you no longer entertain anything that is beneath the standard of deep, committed, soul-level love. You don't try to convince a man to pick you. You don't wait around for someone to realize your worth. You don't entertain men who are half in, half out, because you have already chosen yourself. And when you embody the energy of I am love and I only accept love in return, anything that isn't love eliminates itself from your reality. Embodiment shift. Look at every romantic situation in your life right now. If it's not showing up as love, devotion, and deep care, ask yourself, if I was already the love I seek, would I accept this? Then start removing everything from your life that is not an energetic match to the love you desire. Step 3, love yourself in the way you want a man to love you. You want a man to spoil you? Start spoiling yourself. Adore you? Start adoring yourself. See you as the most valuable thing in his life? Start treating yourself as irreplaceable, because when you become the love you seek, you naturally attract someone who treats you the way you already treat yourself. A woman who embodies love doesn't wait for a man to make her feel cherished. She already creates that feeling for herself. How does she embody this? She wears beautiful lingerie for herself, not just for a partner. She buys herself flowers because she loves herself, not because a man needs to do it. She takes herself to dinner, holds herself with care, and speaks to herself with kindness because she is already the love she desires. Embodiment shift. Ask yourself, if I had the most loving, devoted man in my life right now, how would he treat me? Then start treating yourself that way today. Step 4, stop fearing love and start feeling safe in it. If love hasn't arrived for you yet, it's not because it's unavailable, it's because your body doesn't fully feel safe receiving it. A lot of women are subconsciously blocking love because deep down they associate love with rejection, abandonment, betrayal, loss of independence. So when a man does show up, they pull away, overthink, sabotage the relationship, act like they don't care to avoid getting hurt. But a woman who embodies love has already created a reality where love feels safe, normal, and secure. Embodiment shift. Close your eyes and imagine a deep, committed, forever love. Notice if your body feels tense or relaxed. If there's resistance, ask yourself, what am I afraid might happen if I truly allow myself to receive love? Then start rewiring your body to see love as safe. Normalization. Love is no longer a fantasy. It's just your reality now. I want to introduce you to a philosophy I developed, one that has completely changed the way I approach everything in life. It's called normalization. Normalization is the process of making something so familiar, so expected, so natural to your body and mind that it becomes inevitable. Because the moment something feels normal to you, it stops being a goal and starts being your baseline. So, how do we normalize love? Surround yourself with love. Spend time around couples who embody the kind of relationship you desire. Make romantic gestures part of your daily life. Buy yourself flowers. Set the mood in your home. Embody the feeling of romance now. Affirm and embody the energy of a woman who is already in the relationship she desires. Move through life as if it's already yours. When love becomes your normal, it stops being something you chase. It just becomes who you are. Final activation. Start moving like a woman who is already love. Love isn't outside of you. Love isn't something you need to find. Love isn't something you need to manifest. You are love. You always have been. And the moment you stop searching for love like it's something external and start being love in every moment, love has no choice but to mirror you. Walk like you are already chosen. Breathe like you are already adored. Speak like love is already yours. Move like you are already in the most beautiful relationship of your life. Because when a woman is love, love has no choice but to follow. This is embodiment. This is becoming the love you seek. I told her she has to embody what she wants. Ladies, I need you to hear me when I say this. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you embody. If you're out here saying you want love, but everything about your energy, your actions, and your nervous system says, I don't have it, then you will continue to push it away. A woman who is magnetic to love isn't sitting around hoping it finds her. She already moves through life like a woman who is adored, pursued, and deeply desired. She's not trying to manifest it. She's just being the type of woman who is naturally in high value relationships. So ask yourself, how does a woman who is already in love breathe? Does she hold tension in her body, wondering if it's going to happen for her? No, she's relaxed, she's soft, she moves with ease. How does a woman who is already adored speak? Does she say, there are no good men out here? No, she assumes love is abundant and that the right person is already on their way. How does a woman who is already cherished behave? Does she overextend herself for men who show inconsistency? No. She expects deep devotion and she doesn't settle for anything less. She has already become the woman who is loved. And because she is already being that version of herself, reality has no choice but to match her. The problem, you're embodying the energy of waiting instead of having. If you're still chasing love, waiting for love, hoping for love, or proving that you deserve love, then love will stay in a future you never quite reach, because love doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to certainty. Think about the women you see who are always adored, always pursued, always getting exactly what they want in relationships. They're not out here begging for it. They expect it. They assume it's coming. They move like they are already chosen. So the real work isn't to manifest love. The real work is to become the woman for whom love is inevitable. The embodiment shift, how to move like a woman who is already in love. Instead of sitting around wondering when it's coming, start being the woman who already has it. 1. Breathe, walk, and move like a woman who is already loved. When you wake up in the morning, how does a woman in a loving, committed relationship feel? Is her body tense, or is she soft, open, and at peace? Does she rush through her day feeling anxious, or does she move with grace and certainty? Start walking like a woman who already knows love is hers. Embodiment shift, move slower, breathe deeper. Let your energy say, I am deeply desired and I don't have to chase anything. 2. Shift your internal story. Stop identifying as the woman who is waiting. The moment you say, I just don't know where my person is, you are reinforcing the identity of a woman who is still searching. The moment you say, men never commit to me, you are locking yourself into the experience of men not committing to you. A woman who expects love isn't waiting for it to happen. She's already living as if it's done. Embodiment shift. Start speaking, moving, and thinking like a woman who is already in a relationship. Instead of saying, I hope I find love, say, I am already loved. My person is on their way. Instead of focusing on the men who don't show up, start focusing on the ones who do. Instead of doubting if it's happening, start trusting that it's already decided. 3. Normalize being spoiled, adored, and pursued. A lot of women struggle to receive love because deep down, they don't feel safe being adored. If you grew up watching women chase men, you might not even realize that receiving love feels unnatural to you. If you've been in situations where you had to earn love, you might subconsciously believe you have to prove yourself before a man will commit. If you've only ever been around inconsistent men, your nervous system might associate love with uncertainty. So we have to normalize devotion, normalize being pursued, normalize being cherished. Embodiment shift, start accepting love in small ways. If a man offers to do something for you, let him. Stop proving, stop earning, just receive. Let your body get used to love feeling safe, easy, and abundant. Normalization, love is no longer a fantasy, it's just your reality. Now I want to introduce you to a philosophy I developed, one that has completely changed the way I approach everything in life. It's called normalization. Normalization is the process of making something so familiar, so expected, so natural to your body and mind that it becomes inevitable. Because the moment something feels normal to you, it stops being a goal and starts being your baseline. So, how do we normalize love? Surround yourself with love. Spend time around couples who embody the kind of relationship you desire. Make romantic gestures part of your daily life. Buy yourself flowers, set the mood in your home, embody the feeling of romance now. Affirm and embody the energy of a woman who is already in the relationship she desires. Move through life as if it's already yours. When love becomes your normal, it stops being something you chase. It just becomes who you are. Final activation. Start moving like a woman who is already chosen. If you're tired of chasing love, I want you to ask yourself, if I truly expected love, how would I be moving differently today? Would you stop overanalyzing every date? Release the need for validation? Invest in yourself the way you want a man to invest in you? Walk like you're already chosen? Because the moment you stop searching, love starts finding you. When a woman moves like she's already chosen, men act accordingly. And love? It has no choice but to follow. Why women reject love without realizing it, the hidden masculine block, one of the biggest reasons why so many women unknowingly push masculine energy away. That they have been conditioned to do it all, handle it all, and never rely on anyone. And it's not their fault. For many women, the idea of letting a man take care of something feels foreign, uncomfortable, even wrong. Because they've been taught, if you want something done right, do it yourself. You can't trust anyone to take care of you. Don't depend on a man, he'll just disappoint you. Strong women don't need help. So what happens? Women overfunction. They take on masculine duties, masculine energy, and masculine responsibilities. And then they wonder why men step back instead of stepping up. Because if a woman is already in her masculine, there is no space for a man to fill that role. And the worst part, most women don't even realize they're rejecting love. They just think they're being independent. The difference between a woman who does it all versus a woman who is fully taking care of a woman in masculine energy thinks, I have to do everything or it won't get done. I feel bad letting someone do something for me. I should handle it myself. If I don't take control, things will fall apart. It's easier to do it myself than to trust someone else to take care of it. A woman in feminine energy thinks everything I need is always handled for me. I trust the masculine energy in my life to show up for me. It's not my job to carry the world on my shoulders. I move in ease because I am always supported. A woman in masculine energy overextends herself, handles everything alone, feels responsible for things that aren't her job, feels guilt when she lets someone help her, takes on a leadership role in her relationships. A woman in feminine energy allows men to step into their masculine role, relaxes into her natural state of receiving, trusts that things will be taken care of, releases guilt around being supported, moves through life with ease and grace. The difference? The first woman feels exhausted, overworked, and unseen. The second woman feels cherished, taken care of, and deeply feminine. The psychological barrier, why some women struggle to receive masculine energy for a woman who has never been taken care of. Receiving feels unnatural. If she grew up watching her mother handle everything alone, she internalized, this is what strong women do. If she had to be the responsible one in her family, she learned, no one is going to take care of me. I have to do it myself. If she was let down by men in the past, she built a defense mechanism. I don't trust masculine energy to show up for me. So even when she is in a situation where a man wants to take care of her, she blocks it. Not intentionally, but because she has been programmed to believe that if she doesn't do it, no one else will. This is why so many women say, I want a man to provide and lead. But when a man offers to do something, she jumps in and does it herself. She doesn't even realize she is rejecting the very energy she says she wants. How women accidentally push masculine energy away in relationships. In the beginning of your relationship, you said you were in masculine energy, handling everything. And what happened? Your husband stepped back, not because he was lazy, not because he didn't care, but because there was no space for him to step forward. Men do what is needed. If a woman is already handling everything, a man won't fight her for the role. So when a woman is in masculine mode, it actually makes men less engaged, less proactive, less likely to step up. not because they don't want to, but because they feel like they're not needed. A man in his masculine wants to take care of you. He wants to provide, protect, and make your life easier. But if a woman is always ahead of him, handling things before he gets a chance to step up, he learns to fall back. Because why would he take charge when she's already doing it? The shift, moving from I have to do it all to I am taken care of. For a woman to fully receive masculine energy, she has to rewire her beliefs about receiving. Let go of the idea that strong women do it all. Realize that allowing help is not weakness, it is power. Understand that men don't respect women because they can handle everything. They respect women who know how to receive. Stop taking responsibility for things that are not hers. If a man offers to handle something, let him. If something is not urgent or important, leave it for the masculine to take care of. If she feels guilty for receiving, she must ask herself, where did I learn that I have to do everything alone? Let go of control. Stop micromanaging. Stop fixing things before a man gets the chance to. Start trusting that men want to show up, but they need the space to do so. Embodiment shift, the daily practice of being taken care of. If a woman has spent her life in masculine energy, shifting into being taken care of takes practice. Try this. Let men open doors for you, carry things for you, or help you with something small. If you feel resistance, notice it. That's the part of you that still believes you have to do everything alone. Pause before automatically fixing something. If something spills, if something needs to be handled, let someone else step up before you jump in. Speak differently. Instead of, I can do it, say, I'd love for you to take care of that for me. Instead of, I feel bad making you do that, say, I really appreciate you handling that for me. Instead of, I don't want to be a burden, say, it feels so good to be taken care of. Relax into the knowing that you are supported. Let yourself receive without guilt. Let things be taken care of without needing to oversee them. Trust that the more you lean into your feminine, the more men will naturally step into their masculine. Final activation, become the woman who is always taking care of. A woman who is fully in her feminine energy never worries about how things will get done because she knows she is always supported. She is surrounded by men who love taking care of her. She does not have to carry the world on her shoulders. So today, ask yourself, where in my life am I still holding on to masculine energy? Where am I rejecting the help and support that's already available to me? How can I start allowing myself to be taken care of today? Because when a woman moves like she is taken care of, she always will be. This is the more profound embodiment shift. The truth about love attraction. Here's what most people don't realize. The energy of chasing is the energy of lack. When you chase, you're saying, I don't have it. I need to go find it. It's outside of me. I have to prove I'm worthy of receiving it. And as long as you hold that energy, you will continue to repel love. Because think about it. When have you ever had to chase something that was already yours? When you are in the energy of receiving, not chasing, love finds you. Embodying the energy of a woman who naturally attracts love, a woman who is magnetic to love, isn't lucky. She isn't doing more than you. She isn't necessarily prettier or more desirable. She just embodies the energy of a woman who is already chosen. So what does that actually look like? 1, she expects love, not just hopes for it. A woman who is magnetic to love doesn't wonder if love is coming. She doesn't ask, where's my person? Why isn't he here yet? She moves through life like love is already hers. How does she embody this? She assumes she's adored wherever she goes. She walks into every room knowing she is seen, wanted, and valued. She doesn't make finding love her full-time job. She enjoys her life and love naturally fits into it. Her energy says, I am love. It's impossible for me not to be loved. She prioritizes herself over finding a man. A woman who attracts love effortlessly isn't waiting for a man to complete her life. She has a full, beautiful, overflowing life with or without him. She is deeply engaged in her passions, surrounded by love and friendship, focused on personal growth, health, and happiness. emotionally fulfilled before love even arrives. How does she embody this? She creates a life that excites her. She pours into herself the way she desires a man to pour into her. She radiates energy that makes people want to be around her, because men don't fall in love with women who are waiting. They fall in love with women who are already living. 3, she knows she's the prize, so she moves differently. The biggest difference between a woman who is constantly pursued and a woman who is constantly left waiting is how she sees herself. A high-value woman never acts like love is rare. She expects devotion. She assumes commitment. She knows that the right man will do whatever it takes to claim her. How does she embody this? She doesn't overinvest in men who haven't shown up fully. She doesn't tolerate inconsistency. She doesn't accept less than what she desires. Her energy says, if it's not deep, devoted, and consistent, I'm not interested. And men feel that. Because when you move like you have options, you do. Normalization, making love a natural part of your life. I want to introduce you to a philosophy I developed, one that has completely changed the way I approach everything in life. It's called normalization. Normalization is the process of making something so familiar, so expected, so natural to your body and mind that it becomes inevitable. Because the moment something feels normal to you, it stops being a goal and starts being your baseline. So, how do we normalize love? Surround yourself with examples of deep, devoted love. Make romantic gestures part of your daily life. Buy yourself flowers, wear perfume just for you. Set the tone for the love you want to receive. Affirm and embody the energy of a woman who is already in the relationship she desires. When love becomes your normal, it stops being something you chase. It just becomes who you are. Final activation. Stop searching. Start becoming. If you're tired of chasing love, I want you to ask yourself, if I truly expected love, how would I be moving differently today? Would you stop overanalyzing every date? Release the need for validation. Invest in yourself the way you want a man to invest in you. Walk like you're already chosen, because the moment you stop searching, love starts finding you. When a woman moves like she's already chosen, men act accordingly. And love, it has no choice but to follow. This is the energy we're bringing. It's deep, luxurious, and transformational. I want to introduce you to a philosophy I developed, one that has completely changed the way I approach everything in life. It's called normalization. Normalization is the process of making something so familiar, so expected, so natural to your body and mind that it becomes inevitable. Because the moment something feels normal to you, it stops being a goal and starts being your baseline. And once something is your baseline, you don't chase it. You don't stress over it. You just live it because it's already yours. So let's talk about how we're going to normalize this insert topic here, wealth, love, luxury, success, etc. in your life, starting right now. Normalization formula is the foundation of luxury embodiment, and I know it includes all 5 senses: seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling your desired reality. Emotional normalization, feeling the energy of already having it so it becomes natural. Environmental normalization, surrounding yourself with cues that reflect your new standard. Identity integration, becoming the woman who already has it, not just thinking about it. Subconscious programming, rewiring the nervous system so love is the new baseline. Energetic alignment, shifting your frequency so reality must adjust. Behavioral embodiment, moving, speaking, and living from the new standard effortlessly. Applying the normalization formula to love attraction. Step 1, sensory normalization, making love tangible. You cannot intellectually manifest love. You have to experience it through your senses first. Let's do this now. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself in the relationship you've always wanted. What do you see? The way he looks at you? The way your home together feels? What do you hear? His deep voice? The sound of laughter over dinner? What do you smell? His cologne? Fresh roses he brings home just because? What do you feel? His hands on your back pulling you closer? What do you taste? the wine you're sharing together, the kiss after. Let your body absorb this reality, because if you can feel it now, your nervous system will accept it as real. Step 2, emotional normalization. Making love your default feeling right now. Love might feel like something rare or distant. But for a woman who is used to being adored, pursued, and committed to, love isn't some big deal. It's her standard. She doesn't get overly excited when a man treats her right. She expects it. She doesn't cling when a man shows interest. She's used to being wanted. So how do we normalize love emotionally? Feel adored daily before it even happens. Lean into the emotions of certainty and ease. Stop making love a fantasy. Make it part of your daily emotional experience. You don't have to wait for a man to feel cherished. Start embodying the emotions of love now. Step 3, environmental normalization. Creating a space for love to exist. Your environment is a reflection of your identity. If your space looks and feels like a single woman waiting for love to arrive, your subconscious will keep you in that reality. So, what does a woman in love surround herself with? A bed that feels inviting, romantic, and luxurious. Love songs and soft music playing in her home. Aesthetic touches that make her environment feel like a love story. Make your space feel like love is already here. When you shift your environment, you shift your reality. Step 4, identity integration. Becoming the woman who is already chosen. This is where we fully embody the shift. A woman who is used to being adored moves differently. She doesn't overanalyze texts, get excited over bare minimum effort, lower her standards to avoid being alone. She assumes love is hers. She carries herself like a woman who is already committed. She expects devotion because she is devotion. Ask yourself, if I truly expected love, how would I feel in my body? If I truly expected love, how would I act today? If I truly expected love, what decisions would I make differently? Now, start being that woman. Step 5, subconscious reprogramming, locking in the love expectation. Your subconscious mind doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what feels normal. So we have to retrain it to make love feel inevitable. Repeat these affirmations out loud. I am always adored. I don't chase love, it chases me. It's impossible for me not to be loved. The men in my life show up deeply, consistently, and fully for me. Love is my standard. Devotion is my baseline. Keep saying them until your body believes it. Because once your subconscious accepts this as truth, reality has no choice but to match it. Step 6, behavioral embodiment, moving like a woman who already has love now. Let's take this into real world action. A woman who is already in love, carries herself with ease, moves through the world like she's already adored, acts like she's already the most cherished woman in the room. What does that look like for you? Would you stop overthinking dating? Would you dress differently just for you? Would you set boundaries effortlessly because you know you deserve the best? Now do that. Final mic drop moment. Love isn't a goal. It's a frequency. When you stop treating love like something you need to earn, prove, or chase, it stops being something that runs from you. The moment love becomes normal for you, it becomes inevitable for you. Because when a woman moves like she's already chosen, love, and everything else that acts accordingly. This is how we apply the full normalization formula to love attraction. This ensures love isn't just something to wish for, it's something to become. Ladies, if this video shifted something in you, if it made you rethink the way you're moving in love, money, or life, then let me know in the comments. I want to hear your biggest takeaway. And of course, don't forget to like this video so more women can get this truth. Subscribe if you're ready to embody your most luxurious. Fully express self, share this with the women who need to hear it. And if you're ready to go deeper, click the links in the description box below, because everything you need is already there waiting for you. Remember, you don't have to chase, you don't have to prove, you just have to become. And when you do, everything you desire meets you there. I'll see you in the next one.